welcome back to Full Coverage, your favorite podcast with Manny MUA.
Laura Lee, and baby, we got a special guest today. We got Miss Amber Scholl in the house. Hello.
What's up, everybody?
I feel like we need a foghorn for the guests, like a little sound effect that's like, bing. Yeah, it sounds like a just celebratory thing.
What's up? I know this is so fun. I'm usually all by myself in my videos, so this is so exciting to be with
Which
people.
we're going to talk about that a little bit today because, like, you are... Okay, if you guys don't know who Amber is, she's been on YouTube for how long?
6 years, baby.
I feel like it's been longer to me for some reason. I feel like it's been...
That's still a long time.
It is, because I've been watching you for a long time. I'm a fangirl here today.
Stop.
I like pull my shirt up and it's like your face.
No, it's like an Amber tattoo.
Yeah. I'm like, by the way, I got your face tattooed on my arm. Hope you don't mind.
I don't even care anymore. I was like, yeah, okay.
I love
unfazed
that.
at this point.
No, I love that.
She's a YouTuber. I mean, she's all over social media, but I would say you're mostly a YouTuber,
sure.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Me too.
YouTuber,
Us
same.
too.
Yep.
Us too.
Go YouTube.
We're the
We love
YouTube
you.
games.
Yes.
We love you, YouTube.
Yes.
Sure do.
Continue
Hi,
to slay.
YouTube.
Sure do.
Big fan.
We love you, YouTube.
My
Keep
comments,
going
Yes,
strive.
Google. Yes. Yes, Google.
We love Google.
Yeah, we do.
sure do.
We do.
And so you have all of them too, though, right? You have Instagram, you have TikTok, you have the whole thing.
I have it all. I mean, I spend 98% of my time on my YouTube.
Same.
Sometimes I post on Instagram if I like have something to post. I haven't
But
posted
YouTube's
on
that- is that
TikTok
girl.
in a really long time. Yeah, YouTube's the bitch. You know, we
Is
love
she? I
her.
mean, she really is.
She
And, like,
really
she's-
is.
And she will continue to stay for a long time. I
Yep.
just feel that for her.
YouTube's
Yeah.
one of those things. It's like, if you know, you know.
Mhm.
If you know what's going on over there, like, you know. And if you don't,
Exactly.
you don't. And that's okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You know?
Assuming everyone who's watching this has at least heard of YouTube.
100%. So this is like literally visual. We put this on our YouTube channel for full coverage.
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. So you guys can go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/full, ZocDoc.com/full.
But we like on this podcast to start off with peaks and pits. Things from the week that were lovely, things from the week that were shite. Why don't you start off with your
Yeah,
peak?
why don't
Oh,
you
good.
tell
I was
us
like,
a peek?
Give us a peek. Give us a
Okay.
peek.
Peaks. I ordered a chandelier for my house.
Oh,
And I know that doesn't sound that exciting because I have a lot of chandeliers, but this is the main one. The big, like,
The
centerpiece one that I put it on my mood board, and I was like, this is the one. So it's coming all the way from the Czech Republic.
no.
No way.
I'm insane. I
What's
couldn't
it
buy
look
one in the
like?
continental US. It's huge,
Uh-huh.
and it's like, how do you even
A
describe it?
palace.
It's just very crystally.
It goes in
yeah.
a palace.
It's Empire style, if anyone knows about chandelier lingo.
You're a
jargon.
chandelier guru.
You are. I
love
feel like you're a
her.
chandelier girl.
I have 700 of them. I love them. They're my passion project on the
Wow.
side. Yeah.
Can you? I feel like at this point you can make a chandelier.
I would love to.
You could make. You could
she
DIY
could
one.
DIY
You know, I
it.
could. It's just the electricity part. Like, I can always
Oh.
make things look good. I could make the frame,
forgot about that.
make it look
Yes.
gorgeous. It would
Right.
probably explode in the night and kill me.
For sure. For sure.
I could make one. Yeah, I could make it.
I love that. Okay, your peak.
Okay, my peak. I'm like, let me look. I don't remember what my peak is.
That's literally always me.
Okay. Okay. Erin, my niece, she's here this weekend for her, or this week for her spring break. So we're going to be hanging out, doing all the girly things. And I am making her do hot yoga with me.
Oh
So,
my
yes.
god, she's a hot yoga like fanatic now. She's
I
turned into a
am.
guru.
I
It's
like
sick.
hot yoga.
It
Soon
is.
she's gonna be the teacher.
I will be very soon. And it is, I know she's going to hate it so much, but I just want her to like it.
You want her to experience it. You want her to at least experience it and go through the motions.
So I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, so you're going to come with me? But she's like, literally like, honestly, okay, I don't care. Whatever.
She's down for anything.
She is. She's like very laid back person, but she's loving college. She's in college and she's in spring break, which is odd because whenever we did spring break in college, we would all go on a trip somewhere like with our friends.
Yeah.
100%.
Like we would all, but they all go home
Oh.
and just go home.
Is
And
she a
I'm-
freshman?
She's a freshman.
So that's why she wants to go
Okay.
home. Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
then.
Do you-
I went home when I was a freshman, and then after that, I was like, bye.
And then you're like, I have my own life now.
Pepperdine and Malibu.
Oh, that's so cool.
It was so cool. I picked it because Zoe 101 was filmed there, and that's not a lie. That's why I picked it.
Valid reasons.
You know what? I've heard less valid reasons for college. I like that.
Valid reasons.
100%.
It is what it is. Yep.
Zoe 101. Oh my god, that like brings back memories.
Many memories.
Yeah.
Many memories.
I love that. My peak is, so this weekend is the finale taping of RuPaul's Drag Race, which is something that we watch religiously.
Yes.
And my friend is actually one of the members of the pit crew and was in the beginning of the season, and he invited me to be his +1 to like the finale taping.
That's cool.
So I'm really excited about it. It's something me and Laura have done like for years past. And then for a while, they just like stopped inviting influencers. Like no one was like invited to them. And still, I don't know if anyone's getting invited, but I'm like, he's my friend, so he invited me. So I'm super excited because this season's one that I'm like really obsessed with. Like we're in it. Like we literally watch every single week. Have you ever seen Drag Race before? No, it's fine.
You would love
I feel like you would like it though.
I feel like you would love it.
I don't know.
No, I think you would really enjoy it.
Pictures of it on Twitter, so like I kind of loosely know what it is.
Like you get the vibe. Like, you know, it's essentially it's like a top model Project Runway
competition reality
show,
cool.
but like for drag.
And RuPaul
is like the of course the main the host, judge,
icon legend
that she is. So I'm excited to go to like the actual taping. I think it's gonna be really, really fun. So I haven't been to them in like 4 years. 5 years we haven't been to one, but it was really, me and Laura still get tagged to this day because we were in like some of the finale taping. So there's like photos like jump to us, the video. And I'll get like literally every single week still be like, I see Manny and Laura in the audience of the Drag Race every week.
And the season's so old now.
And we literally look like children. And I'm like, oh, that was a different time of my life. But it's really fun. So I'm excited to go.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah, be cute. Thank you.
All right, hit us with your pit. Let's get into the
get into the demon energy.
I have a lot of pits, I feel like, which is a sad, depressing thing to say. But I could really like go in on some of them. The one that's top of mind at the moment is it took me a million years to get here because of traffic, but that's not really a pit.
That is a pit.
It kind of was.
Traffic is a pit in itself.
It wasn't moving, and I kept trying to turn around, and then it's, you know, the thing where you're like halfway about to get on the highway and you're like, it's taking too long, so then you turn around, try to go through the canyon. I don't know. And then that took longer, and I was like, anyways, that's not really a great pit. How about this is obscure and unrelatable, but it has been really windy in LA.
It has.
And I don't have, just it makes no sense. I have no doorknobs on my doors. So I can't sleep because all night it's just rah, rah, rah. Like the doors are just like shaking and cracking, and it's so loud. And I've tried everything. I put like piled up laundry to make them not move. And basically I just really, instead of buying a chandelier, I should have got doorknobs.
So wait, you don't have doorknobs even like in your house, but your front door has a doorknob.
My front door has a doorknob. Okay. Every other door, I spent all my money on the front door doorknob. So the rest of the doors have no doorknobs. Because I don't want to get shitty, ugly ones. I want to get my dream doorknob.
Yes, you want amazing ones.
Yeah, so I'm like, bitch, just gotta wait.
So now are you just like now waiting for the doorknobs to come in? Have you even bought them yet?
No, I haven't bought them.
Okay, got it. So they're literally just slamming all day.
Slamming all day, all night. It's George barks.
Fuck out of me.
It's so loud.
That would scare me.
Yeah, I can't sleep. So
that would literally scare me because I feel like it's actually more windy at nighttime recently.
It's just windy in general. Like I feel like it's
the weather.
And I
LA
hate
right
wind.
Now?
Oh yes, it's just crazy this year.
Wind and sound. It's gonna get you together.
Wind and sound. I'm such a prude. Like I'm like I don't like super piercing loud noises or just like shocking. Like they will send me.
She'll go to a rage.
I will. I don't like wind. Not too much wind now. Not too much. Not too much. I'm like, who do we tell to turn this wind down?
Just enough wind to be comfy, but not too much.
Especially if you don't have doorknobs. My God.
Yeah, it's really bad.
So what is it, your balcony doors flying everywhere?
It's so horrible. It's like, well, the balcony doors are like glass because it's kind of like it's just windows. Mm-hmm. But on the inside of my house,
it's suctioning.
So it's just I have like 100 doors. It's horrible.
Your house
and they're all flailing.
It's all doors.
Yeah, it's all doors, all empty doorknobless doors, making a million sound. I don't even know. It's terrible. It's really terrible.
It's the freaking suctioning. It's freaking like as soon as you open a door, it's like.
Yeah. Yep. And slams the door.
Why does that happen? Like the AC thing, like the pressure. Like when you turn the AC on, the door will shut.
Yeah. It's that times a billion.
Oh man.
I would
it's
die.
My fault. It's my own fault.
Of course. Yeah.
Can't
you just get like temporary knobs, just like wooden temporary knobs?
I could.
Not wooden knobs.
But it's like
wooden. Can you get like temporary wooden knobs for
specifically oak? Yeah.
Yes, maybe some oak.
Yeah. No, I just again I could, but now I'm like, oh, so stupid.
You're too invested.
I've waited so long to get the good ones, so I'm like, what's another month? What's another however long it takes me to order them? What's another? I mean, as with everything, it's like I'm almost 100 years old. It is what it is. What's forever? Why do today what you could never do?
The same way. Like I honestly almost like sometimes I feel like I need my anxiety to kick in to get things done. Like I need my anxiety to be like, hey, this is due tomorrow. I'm like, it's tomorrow. I have to do it now. Like I'll procrastinate a lot until I'm anxious.
You know what I did today before I came here? This is embarrassing. My time management skills have gotten progressively worse and worse as I've gotten older. You'd think they'd get better.
Think they'd get better, right?
No, it's today before I came here. This wasn't even on the docket. I don't know how I ended up doing it. I wrote a children's book. No, I'm not kidding. I just sat down and was like, Dr. Seussing. I was like, I like planned the whole thing. I was like,
what's
this is
the
going to be
premise of the
so
story?
good. It's about my dog.
Okay, cute.
Yeah, see, I think it's going to be really cute when I
it's going to be a bestseller.
Eventually have to deal with it. Yeah, you heard it here first, guys. I'm going to be a children's book author. Yeah, I don't know. It's
a New York Times bestseller.
Yep, that's what I did. I was in the middle of the 400 million things I was doing. I was like, I should write a book. And it's very loose, but I did sit and write it in my notes on my phone. I was like, this is embarrassing. What am I doing? I should.
That's amazing.
I
something I'm
love
supposed
that.
to be doing.
That's
Fuck
a
ghostwriter. You are your ghostwriter.
That. Yes, I love to hear that. That's awesome.
I'm obsessed with that.
Right?
My manager's gonna call me like, what are you talking about?
She's like, we're not doing.
I saw this podcast. You wrote a children's book.
I'm like, yes, I'm so branded for kids. It just like makes
right, of course, right. I'm such a children's audience.
Very that.
But
literally,
Amazon.com someday.
100%.
Honestly, you can never
that.
have enough children's book.
You can't.
What's your pit? I know you got something.
My pit, it happened today.
Oh my God, a doozy.
It's my doozy. It really is a doozy. So today, right before I came here, my assistant was like, hey, I think I had to my 2 weeks in.
Oh.
And I literally, my mouth like dropped to the ground. I said, huh?
Oh.
It like has literally all day. I've already like cried about it. Like I've been a complete disaster. I literally got here and I cried with Tyler and Laura. Maybe 'cause like when you feel comfortable, I'm like, okay, I can let it out now because I'm in a comfortable space. Because it's like, it's not even that she's just like my assistant. It's like I've had her for years and like she's someone like I truly care about and like I love her so much and like seeing her grow because she's younger. So like I feel so attached.
Yeah.
And it's not even just like she's like my employee. I just feel like more past that.
You're not ready to let.
I'm not ready to let
that go.
And so now I'm just trying to like figure out ways. I'm like, okay, how do I keep you though? Like if you have another job opportunity that's like going to pay you more, what are they paying you?
Yeah.
There are ways.
There are ways. And I'm like, so what are they going to pay you? And I will be matching. So I'm like, I'm currently in that vibe right now. I was like, okay, let me figure out like a way to keep her because I truly do care about her. And also like when you have someone that's as intimate as like your assistant or someone that works for you, like they know like such intimate details about you. And like, I don't want to have to redo that with a lot of people. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to teach everyone like what my credit card numbers are, what my passwords are for everything. What my passwords are.
You tell me. You're like, what's that number again? For all these doorknobs.
For 100 doorknobs. So it's like things like that are really intimate details that as people like your assistants or someone that works for you on social media knows your passwords for stuff. And, like, all the things. So I'm really just like dreading the idea if she does have to go somewhere else and I have to redo all that. It's a nightmare. Having to like trust someone and relearn someone and learn like them learning your styles of communication, all that stuff. Yeah. So I'm currently a disaster, but luckily the podcast today is helping me be distracted.
I know. As soon as she walked in, I said, "What's wrong?"
She knew.
I mean,
so like,
I said, "What's wrong?"
She goes, "Hey, girl," and I'm like, "Hey."
I said, "What's wrong?"
And I'm like. Literally, like I'm not kidding you. Like I'm probably missing makeup right here because I was crying and I was like, like I was losing it because it was so fresh and it's still so fresh that I'm like I'm not like prepared. I wasn't prepared. And you know when like a lot of things are changing in your life that like it hits hard when something like you really care for and feel so secure about is going away too. That you're like I almost like can't handle it. Like my heart can't take more change. Too quickly. So that's currently where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna try to figure out a way to continue to have her work with me.
That was a deep pit.
It was deep. It was dark. It was deep. And I was very devastated about it.
So sad.
Yeah, it was really like it shocked me. I've not been shocked like that in a while.
Well, my pit, I have, let's see, I have two, but I'll do, so I bought, speaking about buying shit for your house, okay, I bought this new vanity desk because like I have like a space that I film in and like I have this rickety desk in there and it's time to let it go. So I spent $1,000 on a new desk, but it's supposed to be like the fancy one that's clear and it has the drawer so you can put all your shit in there. And so we get it in and tell me why that bitch is in 10 million pieces. And
you have to put it together.
It is worse than IKEA. Like it's a trauma desk. Okay, it's gonna take like literally probably 2 weeks. I'm not even putting it together. My husband is, but it's still my trauma because I'm telling you. I said for $1,000. No White Glove delivery.
Damn. Your peak should be that you have a husband to put it together.
Honestly,
because I just cry on the floor.
Honestly,
no, literally.
No, I watch you. I watch you. I know. I see you do stuff.
Yeah.
If I didn't, that shit would be going back so fast.
So quickly, and you will get a desk.
You literally have to put, I'm talking every little nook and cranny of the desk together. It's like insane. Like I'm not going to see this bitch for a month for sure. I was devastated. I was literally praying it came in a big box, like the desk was
already
made.
done.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
And
it's worse than IKEA. Okay, it's worse than IKEA. I don't know, and this is very delusional of me, but I feel like at a certain price point, things should come pre-made.
I agree.
What's the price point that you get the desk put together? You know what I mean?
I feel like it's more than 1,000. It's getting into like 2,500 plus territory.
Yeah, but like home decor really racks up a tab.
It really does, dude. It's insane.
It does. Nothing's more expensive than rugs.
I got a rug too.
For no reason.
Yes, no, rugs
I'm sorry,
are not
like
expensive.
I don't think rugs like shouldn't be that expensive.
Rugs,
It's fucking stupid.
They will bankrupt you. Okay?
I literally told Laura, I'm like, Laura, I'm not buying a fucking rug.
And I'm like,
not
yes,
spending
you are.
$800 on this 12 by 12.
I'm like, get a $2,000 rug then.
She does. And I'm like,
sure do.
but Zaya's gonna piss on it.
Exactly.
eBay. Can you get some cheap used rugs?
No,
if you're
literally.
like not afraid of that.
I'm afraid of it, I think.
Okay.
I think I might be a little weirded out by the idea of like people were walking on it and then it's in my house walking on it.
Yeah.
That's a little strange.
I'm just lazy, and if you buy used, you really have to look.
That's
true. You have to really
That's it.
search. You have to know.
You do. You have to look, but I don't mind it being used at all. But you have to look. You know, you gotta browse,
Make sure it's real.
if you will.
Yeah. I can't believe people like don't. That's like the thrill of it to me. Is like the browsing. I know
it is. That's your fucking channel.
I need to look for 150 rugs.
I literally get off. That sounded weird. Okay. But
I get off.
I do. I legitimately do. Like I said, no husband, shopping does it for me. Like
Literally.
nothing else.
I love it. I love it. I love watching it. I love seeing it because I'm like, yes, give it to me. Give me everything. I want to know everything. I'm also very nosy. I love seeing people's homes.
Yeah, me too. Voyeurism will never die. That's why YouTube's out there, I think.
Yeah, exactly. People love to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm a voyeur.
They should sure
Gotta
do.
watch. Gotta look. I'm
Gotta
curious.
watch, gotta look.
Gotta take a little peek.
Gotta catch them all.
Thank you to ZocDoc for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. You guys, do you ever try to self-diagnose yourself online?
All the time.
Oh, yes. Or go down like the TikTok rabbit hole of questions and advice from experts on there. We'll stop doing that because we have ZocDoc now, okay? ZocDoc is the only free app that lets you find and book doctors who are patient-reviewed, take your insurance, and are available when you need them, and treat almost every condition under the sun. It is an amazing app where they have thousands of medical professionals on ZocDoc. They're there to help you.
The cool thing about ZocDoc too is that like finding a doctor makes it so easy on there because it's really like they have a doctor for everything. Like they have a whole entire section that's dedicated to what you might need, and then they've pulled doctors for you that fall into that niche, and every doctor has patient review, so you can see like, this is my vibe or this is not my vibe, which is really, really cool about ZocDoc. And honestly, the cool thing about it too, we've literally used ZocDoc.
All of us.
In the Full Coverage fam.
All the full
We
fam
have
has.
used ZocDoc, and it honestly was so easy and seamless to incorporate, and it truly is amazing.
I love it because there's literally thousands of patient reviewed doctor specialists to browse from their profiles. So you guys can go to ZocDoc.com/full and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today. Many are available within 24 hours. That's ZocDoc.com/full, ZocDoc.com/full. Thank you to Tushy for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage. Manny, do you know what would really benefit from some spring cleaning?
What?
Your butthole.
Honestly true.
Switching from wasteful toilet paper to a sustainable Hello Tushy bidet. Get your bottom twice as sparkly clean while cleaning up your impact on the planet.
You guys, I am a huge bidet lover. It's actually something I have discovered this year. The Tushy bidet truly has changed the way I poopy.
Did you know that bidets clean your bum 2 times better than wiping?
I do, because when I use the bidet and I clean and I wipe, there's nothing.
Wow.
But wiping, it could take several times to wipe.
Yeah. Washing your bum with fresh water is way better than cleaning it with toilet paper.
I'm a huge fan. The thing is, like, especially as a gay person who wants to experience things as a gay person, I want to be extra, extra clean. And the tissue bidet does that for me.
It attaches to your existing toilet, no required electricity or additional plumbing. It cuts toilet paper use by 80%. With over 100,000 5-star reviews, see why millions of people already love their Hello Tushy and be a part of taking care of business in a cleaner way.
I'm obsessed. You guys go to hellotushy.com/fool and use promo code FOOL to get 10% off plus free shipping on your first bidet order. That's hellotushy.com/fool for 10% off.
And my pit was the last one.
That was
the desk. That was the last one. That was all of our peaks and all of our pits.
Oh my gosh, bless you.
I'm sorry. I'm literally sneezed 150 times. I'm sorry.
I thought that was a cough. Because the sweetest little sneeze I've ever heard.
I know, it sounded like a little baby sneeze.
I'll sneeze louder next time. I was trying to buff it. I'll sneeze louder for you next time.
But when you buffer it, I feel like you don't get it all out. Like whenever I have to sneeze, I'm like, fuck, I gotta really sneeze. Let me go into my shirt, a full experience so I can get it all out so that I'm like, I don't have to sneeze again. Yeah. So I feel like I'm like, then I'm like, I'm gonna sneeze him.
There's 20 more coming behind it.
Like I'll have like a sneeze attack if I don't get it.
It is allergy season and there's pollen everywhere. So
with the wind and the rain that we've been having, baby, it's gonna be a full reset in this world.
A full reset.
The wind tunnel in my house, it's everywhere. There's pollen in the sky, in my bed. I don't even know.
No, literally, your house is like an airbender.
It is.
Literally like bending.
All fascinating.
I'm screaming at that. I love that.
Okay.
But like,
no, you go.
You go. I was gonna ask. I was like, so when starting YouTube 6 years ago, what was like the first thing, like your job before? Like what were you doing before you actually decided to start doing YouTube?
Yes. Well, this is public knowledge, but I was doing a lot of things.
Was she
some I will speak of and some I will not. No, I'm just kidding. No, but,
I love that.
I kid, I don't. But yeah, no, I was driving for Postmates was like my full-time gig.
See, I didn't know that.
Really?
I had no idea.
Yes, I was a Postmates
that.
driver. So shout out to Postmates. Please sponsor.
That would be a full circle moment. Please sponsor us.
No, yeah, I was driving for Postmates. I was doing background acting, like being an extra.
Wow.
Yes, which was a hoot and a holler. Let me tell you. Like,
have you been in any like extra like moments?
So many things, and to this day, people it haunts me. It haunts me.
Really?
Like I was a dead girl on Criminal Minds.
Oh my god.
I was in a Disney, what was it? Austin and Alley. I was like a featured girl. I had like a
You
part.
had a line?
I didn't have a line, but they were talking to me like this.
Oh,
got
it.
Blah, 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 and I just had to do some like reading a book, and it was a thing.
Like you were like in school, like you were in school or something.
Yeah,
You're
and people always tag me in it. They're like, "Is this you?" Fun fact, I was a New Girl actually once.
Obsessed with New Girl.
Yes, dancing. And no one knows this because they cut it. But the guy, Coach, question mark, I made out with him for a scene.
Shut up. Shut up.
Yes.
Stop.
And then they cut it.
Multiple times?
Yeah.
And they cut it?
They cut it. They ended up using the actual girlfriend. He was like cheating. I don't really know what the vibe was.
Okay.
But they cut it out. But yeah.
You were the kiss girl.
I was the kiss girl.
The way I would be so enraged if I had to do all that and they cut it.
Cut your fucking scene?
Yeah. I mean, I got paid like $50, I think. So I was like, whoa.
Rich.
For a whole day.
This is it.
For a literal day raise, $50.
Rich.
That's a lot of extras.
That's fun.
Wow.
And that's cool. You had your claim to fame.
Yeah, that was honestly, I mean, back in the day, that was the most exciting day of my life.
Well, New Girl's like iconic.
It is.
Yeah, like New Girl's such a huge show. I've watched every episode. I love New Girl. Sure have.
I only
really? I didn't know that about you, dude.
But see, it's such an old show that like I watched it when it was like newer, coming out. So it's been a long time.
Oh, that was a really good show.
How about Sex in the City?
Obsessed. Okay. Watched all the episodes.
Me you've seen it.
I have not seen all the episodes.
Sure have.
I have not seen all the episodes.
I've
seen a lot of the episodes. I haven't seen all of them. Because again, it is a little bit older. And when I was like that age when it was coming out, I wasn't in like that frame of mind to be watching Sex in the City. But I've seen the Sex in the City movies.
Okay. It's just top of mind right now. I watched them all again. I mean, it's my favorite show, but I've watched them all like 100 times.
I love that Sex and the City
recently. I like the last week I watched season 1 through 6 again.
Oh,
and was it amazing? Does it age well?
It stays phenomenal. Best show in the world.
It is.
Yeah. Really?
It is.
Yeah, just
I mean, I love the movies so much. Like I've seen the movies like I would say 10 times each.
Oh wow!
Like I'm obsessed with the movies. They're such good plane movies. Like I'll play it on the plane and then I'll just like let it play.
What do you think about Samantha and the girls parting ways because they don't like each other?
I was like, I it can't be real. I don't like it.
I know.
Like, it's not real.
I know.
It's not real. The whole crux of the show was about friendship and like them being together. I was like, I'm sorry, this is not a believable plot for them to have split up.
In real life. It's not the real life plot isn't real.
I was like, I don't think so. I'm sorry. I don't believe this.
When they literally publicly been like, I don't fuck with her.
Oh, they go so hard. Or Samantha.
They did.
Kim Cattrall. I should
Yes.
say. I
Yes.
keep calling her
Kim.
Samantha.
Many of them
Kim
made me
Cattrall.
And Carrie.
Yeah.
Or not Carrie.
Jessica,
Sarah.
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah.
She's like spoken out multiple times. Basically, she doesn't fuck with them, and I'm like, oh my god. And then I will not watch the new show because she's not in it. Is that cold? I won't watch it.
It's
the
very
new one
sad.
on HBO.
Have you seen it?
Of course.
I won't watch
I
it.
am
'cause I'm
psychotic. I
like-
wait for it to premiere and I watch it.
Well, it's like she was my favorite on the
Yeah.
show.
So it's like hard when your
it's
favorite's gone.
hard when my favorite's gone. But love Sarah Jessica Parker. I've watched almost every single thing she's ever done or TV show. Like literally every movie
Iconic.
she's been in, every TV show. Just because I love her.
Iconic.
And believe it or not, I interviewed her once and didn't even
I
have a
remember
great
that.
experience.
I know, it wasn't even.
It wasn't a good experience, girl.
Yes.
Still don't care.
Still an icon.
Worship the bitch. I love her.
It was. She wasn't even like I've had bad celebrities, and this wasn't bad. It wasn't great,
Interesting.
but
Aloof.
it like huge fan of Sarah Jessica Parker. Huge fan.
She would be my person. Like
Yeah.
if people were like, "Hey, who would you invite to dinner?" It would be her. I would love to meet her. Like
that's your
I feel
girl.
like I just am Carrie Bradshaw. I need to meet.
I still feel like she's great, and I wouldn't watch everything she does if I didn't. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you can't just be like, "Oh, well, I felt like it was off, so I hate her and she's a terrible person." I hate when people do that because I'm
Totally.
like, it was like a 15-minute moment. You can't base someone's whole. So like, I'm still obsessed with her, and I feel like she embodies Carrie Bradshaw. Like I feel like she is kind of Carrie, just the way she's into fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Shoes are always fabulous. Fragrance line.
Is she a writer?
Doesn't she have a shoe line?
Yeah, shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Is she
So-
a writer too? Just like Carrie was?
No.
I'm sure she's written something.
She seems
She's
along
written
the line.
something,
She's
I'm
so
sure.
smart. Definitely. For sure. Just something.
So cool. So cool.
I love
Okay,
that.
so you started your channel
Yes.
as Broke Bitch Hacks, you know, based off being a broke bitch.
Yeah.
And look how far you've come now.
What do you know?
How does it feel? How's the Sky Palace going?
Oh, well, like I said, I just bought the chandelier, so it's exciting, and a rug. Woohoo! Yes,
I know that's not
Bankruptcy.
cheap.
The
I know
rug
that ain't cheap.
Yep, got a rug. No, it's actually so crazy. It's because I mean, people say this a lot, like, oh, you know, you forget where you came from, like you make it, and then you're like, you just forget. I don't know how that's physically possible.
100%.
Every single day that I wake up in there, I'm like, oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
I would lose my mind if I knew. If you showed me even a slight little tiny picture of my life now, back when I was driving around in circles for Postmates, I would have like shit my pants.
You would have died.
Like,
Literally.
And I still feel that way. So,
I have similar experiences because I was obviously, I think that's why I watch you so much because I was too a broke bitch. I mean, I've only had money
Weren't
for
we
a
all?
very,
Yes.
yes, I've had money
Hello,
for just
same.
the tiniest portion of my life compared to my whole life.
Yeah.
So it is a new reality for me. And I literally told my husband the other day, I was like walking down the beach because I go to the beach all the time. And I was like, wow, if you would have told me like in my teenage years, like I would spend every weekend on the Santa Monica boardwalk in California, like that alone would send me into oblivion. Like I would have been like, how? It's a lie. That can't be. It can't be.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
could
a
not agree more.
dream. It's like pinch me, you know? Maybe in 20 years I'll get used to it, but I'm not yet.
yeah. No, I don't know. I feel like I wonder if you ever really fully adjust to a new I mean, you know, they always say like, wherever you go, there you are. And it's like, yeah, man,
Mhm.
that's, yeah.
I think it's crazy too. I'm the exact same way. Like, I think that like growing up, I grew up Mormon and like
Really?
from
I didn't know this.
I did. So I like my entire life I hid the fact that I was gay for so long till I was in my like early 20s.
Wow.
And then now I'm who I am and get to do what I do because of the fact that I'm accepting of the fact that I am gay and like I get to express myself in this way and that's how I have what I have. And I'm like, how crazy that I lived my whole life I went without like with hiding and now I'm out and like I have had the success that I've had, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's really
I would
awesome.
have never thought like that would like you told me that like to 10-year-old me who was like praying the gay away every night, like that would never in my wildest dreams, I would think that this could happen.
Yeah.
Snaps for that.
You know,
man.
like it's
Hell
crazy.
yes.
It really is. It shocks me all the time.
It's like could you ever imagine yourself like being a gay icon from being like closeted essentially
Never in a
to
million
being
years.
like you're gonna be the most outed out person that's
Literally
out,
possible.
like telling all your gay stories, all your like literally putting it all out there from like being closeted. Like
How crazy! Like it's
that's
just crazy. Like it's like when you think about it, it's almost like hard to comprehend because I have a hard time comprehending the fact that like that's who I was before, and so I almost don't like to remember like that portion of my life.
Yeah.
Not that like I don't, but like part of me is like, oh, I don't want to think about it. Like I almost like, because it doesn't feel like it was really me. It was me, but I was hiding so much that like I feels like I wasn't living as authentic. It's like I'm sure like a lot of people
like
can
to
feel
your
like
full potential.
yeah, and I feel like for example, I'm sure a lot of trans people think that like for an example, like they probably like live their life now as a trans person. They're like, oh, that's the old me that wasn't fully me. And now that they're out, they're like, oh, I can fully express and be myself. And that's how I feel in a smaller scale. You know?
Yeah.
Live to your fullest. You know, we have one life. It's like, do
so
what you
true.
want to do. And usually it's like the thing that you think is maybe like, you know, that's what's that greatest quote or whatever. It's like, you know, your greatest weakness is your greatest superpower. It's like, you never know. Like I would have never gotten here had I not been miserable and broke. It's like, how great was that? That was such a blessing.
Like
you know?
launched you to like try this out and do this thing. What made you start YouTube?
A million reasons. The biggest one was because I was like, this is just my last dish ever. Like, this is sad. My life is so sad and I don't know what to do. And I knew I had some good ideas. Like the DIYs, I just knew were good ideas. And I thought, oh, you know, I'm looking for this and I know someone else would watch this because this is a great idea. And I had this idea, so I should show people. But I started really doing it when I was like, you know, no one's hiring me to do this, but I know that I could do this. Like I could do what all the other YouTubers are doing. Like I'm sure I could do it if I just did it.
Yeah.
You know, what have I got to lose? I already have nothing. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Then you're like, this is more time, but fuck it.
I was like, all right, let's go. So it was kind of just like bold, try last ditch, let's go. You know?
Wow. And look at you now.
Look at that.
Wow.
I love that.
That's
That's so
amazing.
cool.
Okay. Diving into your personal life, dating. Let's talk about it. What do you
Are you single
What
right
do you
now?
want to know? Oh yeah, I'm single. I'm perpetually single.
I feel like we have very similar like trajectories with dating.
Yeah,
We do like I've never like been like well, I'm sure you might have had a serious relationship. I've never been like a super period. So we are the same.
So we are the same.
I've never been in a long-term relationship that was like very intense, like none of that stuff.
No.
So, but dating, do you like to date? Like, do you have dating apps? Like, what's the tea about dating for you?
I love dating. I love men. I love going out with them. I love playing games with them. I love it.
I love all of it.
Yeah, I love it. It's so fun. Like you just get to dress up and get all cute and then you just have whatever. But I just, so far it's going really bad.
Do you like dating though? Like, do you want to date someone? Are you like pursuing someone?
I mean, no one in particular.
Right.
But I would love to like have a boyfriend. I think you know, I'm gonna be 30 in August.
Okay.
Which is like cute and
What
fun.
are you, a Leo?
I'm a Leo.
And my mom, sister, everybody's a
Leos.
Leo. in
Yes.
My brother's a
family.
Leo. Love Leos.
Leos are the best. They just are.
They
Leos are great.
It's one of my favorite
Leos
signs.
are great.
Yeah, I'm a Gemini
I
sandwich,
wouldn't
though.
necessarily pin you as a Leo, though. I wouldn't have been like Leo. You know what I mean?
Well, thank you. That's kind of a
I would have thought fire
actually,
sign for sure.
Yeah.
I would have thought
So like a lot.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're a lot.
They're a lot. They're intense.
Most
I
of my
admit
family members are Leos, okay? Some of the people I love the most in my life are Leos. So I have to like say I love Leos so much because I love them so much. So it's like I must love Leos.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
100%.
We're a lot to deal with, but it's it's a good time. It's a good time.
good.
It's
We
always
like
a
to be
good
the star of
time.
the show.
Absolutely.
Like, it's just-
100%.
I feel like a lot of YouTubers are Leos.
That's true. That's true. Maybe that's why
Do you
I
feel
like
like you
Leos.
like to be the star of the show?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I
know like
enjoy-
several Leos that I'm like, they want to be the center of attention all the time.
Yeah, like yes and no. I like to be the center of attention like when I feel like it. But other times no, which is
Don't
like
look at me.
when I feel like it, I do. When I don't, I don't. Oh, good for the like,
Right,
it's just
right.
Like, I don't know. But yeah, I love to like be over the top, whatever. But if I don't want it, you will not see me. I promise you. I'll be like in the corner, like you will not even know.
You
Invisible.
have your moments,
Yeah.
but you're not always.
Are you on
Okay.
dating apps?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Like Raya and all of them?
Yeah.
I have a personal question.
Uh-oh.
I want him to ask this too.
I'm afraid.
Because I watch you so much. So I'm like,
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Sam and Colby. You know Sam and Colby. You know Colby.
she said, who? I don't recall.
Cut.
Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring this portion of Full Coverage, you guys. Let's talk about a time where we learned something about ourselves.
Yes.
Right? And like, was that not such a profound, amazing experience? Like almost life-changing? I feel like that's essentially what BetterHelp is. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
You get to know yourself. And getting to know yourself is not something that you can just do overnight. It's a lifelong thing, just continuously deeper into who you are as a person. And we're always growing and learning and changing. And that is therapy.
Therapy is so good for you. BetterHelp connects you with a licensed therapist who can take you on the journey of self-discovery from wherever you're at. I also like BetterHelp because I feel like it's such an accessible way to give therapy a try.
Absolutely.
It's online. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire and get matched with a licensed therapist. You can also switch therapists at any time for no additional charge.
I love that because as someone who has been to therapy throughout their entire life, I think it's really cool that BetterHelp is so easily accessible to people, especially when they don't want to go into the office and deal with, you know, the office, everything, like going in, looking at people, talking to people, doing the whole thing. So the fact that you can do it from the comfort of your own home is truly incredible.
Discover your potential with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/full coverage today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/full coverage.
Colby.
Yeah, we're good friends.
You're good friends.
Friends.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Not anything more.
No.
Never has been anything more?
It was a dry no. It was a
very
real
dry no.
no.
Call him. I don't know.
All right, hold on. I'm just kidding.
The way it went from you sitting like this to...
No, we're good friends. We are good friends. We're flirty friends. We had a lot of fun
together
on the internet.
Yes.
Love that.
And in real life. He's
so
great.
cool.
Yeah.
He's like one of my favorite people. Him and Sam are like incredible people.
Yeah. No, they're great.
I told Laura, I was like, should we ask about Colby?
I'm like, yes.
And you're like, yes, we should.
I was like, yes, I want to know. Let's
I do
ask
too.
her.
I'm like, I want to know. I don't know the tea.
I mean, you guys would be a really cute couple. That's all I'm trying to say.
100%. I think you guys are really cute.
A really cute couple.
I feel like us just on the outside looking, I'm like, oh, you guys are cute.
Thanks.
The end.
I mean, when I see you guys together, I know. Trust me, I see your comments, so I know the internet and me are all on the same page.
We're all on the same, like
we're all like, we
there.
want it to happen.
Yeah.
We're like putting pressure on your friendship. But I just love
Me
seeing
with all
you
my
guys
gay friends.
together.
Me and all of my friends, honestly, like, it's God bless that it's not always. He's a YouTuber, so obviously we're filming together.
Totally.
He knows.
I do be really liking most of my guys.
Dude, honestly,
it's a problem.
I'm the literal exact same way. Maybe I'm like, is this a problem for us? Like,
I love them. I fall in love with them all. I'm like, damn it.
If my friend who is gay and is single and is attractive, how am I not going to fall in love with you? I'm so confused.
I know.
How am I supposed to not like you?
Yeah.
Unless we've been friends for like literally like 10 years. And then we've gotten to the part where we're past like even dating. We're like sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Different. But like friends that I meet that are more new friends that I'm like, oh, you're my friend. But like, do I like you? I don't know. I get confused. I get so confused.
I always wonder how actors do movies for like 3 months.
Oh, I would be
like
having a million affairs.
Literally.
I'm like, how do they do? And they're like literally hooking up every day on camera, and then they have no emotional
Doesn't make
connection,
sense.
and they go back home to their husbands and wives, and like, anyways.
Well, men seem to not have a problem with that, but
True.
I do.
True, that's
like,
true.
I love you.
That's
You're
true.
like, but I love you.
Yeah, and they're like, whoa, what? Oh man.
You're like, oh, we're just friends.
Shit.
But I also feel like, you know what's funny? I feel like in like a natural way, like men and women being friends and like let's say they're both attractive, I feel like it's very hard to just have it just be friends. So I feel like naturally, like in more of like an actual like animalistic human way,
Yeah.
like it's so men and women just like naturally kind of
Natural.
gravitate towards each other,
Yeah.
like in that way.
I have 0 straight men that I'm super, super close with.
Really?
Because it's like, hello.
Unless they're
It's
like
weird.
Tyler's friends, I'm close with them, but my husband's like just as close. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have friends that were straight men, but like just like on my own, I don't have necessarily any straight men that I'm like would be like my best friends. No, all my best friends are women or gay men. So you're single. I feel like if I was single, I
Totally
would.
different.
That's why
Yes,
it's
that's
okay.
why.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even
I
if
probably
it gets
would
a
if I
little
was
flirty,
single.
it's like whatever.
Exactly.
100%.
Sometimes I'm bored.
No, and I flirt with a lot of my friends, and I'm like,
Yes.
am I just naturally very, very flirty, or like could there be something more? I confuse myself when I do that, so I try to keep it like very like. If I'm like, hey girl, then you know I'm not really interested. Like, cause I'm trying to personally like put you in my own personal boundaries to be like, you're my friend. I'm treating you like my sister. Like,
no, your
hey
place.
Girly.
It doesn't cross.
Yes, it doesn't cross there, because I'm literally like, hey girly. Like, I have that banter with you just so I can help me my own self. So I know I'm not crossing. If I'm like, hey babe, I'm like, huh. Like it starts to get a little spooky.
Yeah.
I spook myself.
Yeah.
You're like, don't get crazy.
You know what I mean? Don't get crazy now.
Don't get crazy.
Calm down, everybody.
Yeah.
What's your type of guy?
All
Wealthy.
over
I'm just
the
kidding.
board.
What isn't your
Literally
type?
all over the board. Honestly, I mean, I have dated everyone. Like, I'm not
Love
even
that.
kidding. Like, the rap sheet is wild looking. If you looked at it, you would be like, what was happening?
Yes. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. There's no patterns. It's like tall, short, all over the place. Just everything. Young, old, like just everywhere.
Yes.
My fantasy as a musician is like my number one dream. I've dated a lot of like just random people in LA.
Have you ever dated celebrities or gone on a date with celebrity? I feel like you have.
I have.
But I feel like you have.
You can't say anything about it.
Well, of course. It's very
But
like you got to be very, especially in LA.
They
You got to
dated
be
me too. So
exactly.
Literally.
Exactly.
They dated the Amber Scholl, so don't try it. Don't try it.
I won't
okay?
say it if you won't say it.
What level of celeb? A, B, C, D.
All over the place.
Wow.
Amber.
Yes.
It's because you're fine as fuck, dude.
F, B, K, Z. I'm like people that I used to be obsessed with when I was like in high school. I'm like, no way, because they're old and they'll date you now.
Yes.
So I was like, yay!
Wow.
Yeah, a mess.
But also, you're so sweet.
You
and
are.
you're so beautiful.
Well,
It's
thanks.
true.
Like,
It's true.
like a guy would be crazy not to be into you in my head.
I
That's
agree.
what I'm saying. Do you all hear
And
this
she's
review?
very
It's true.
successful
And
too.
she's successful, and she has her own money.
And
Men
she's a
don't
dog.
like that. I tell you what.
They don't. That's true. That's true.
100%.
Intimidating.
Men
They
get
do not
intimidated.
like it. Yeah, no.
Men do get intimidated
Well,
by
it's good
that.
to weed them out anyways, because any man who can't handle that, you don't want to marry anyways.
You're a flop.
Yeah.
You're a flop. You're literally a flop. So it weeds out the flops that way, I feel.
I agree.
Just let them know how successful you are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, jewelry line. Let's talk about it. Tell us your jewelry line.
I love jewelry. It was honestly a passion thing. Like I just randomly literally over COVID.
Is that when it started?
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes, during
I
COVID,
know
I was
that.
bored in my house, and my next door neighbor is a jeweler. And I've had him make me stuff for myself like all the time. So I had him make me a couple of things, and people were like, "Oh my god, like where'd you get that?" And I was like, "Oh, it was like custom." I was like, "Yeah." And I was like, maybe if I made like. I literally made
couple of
10.
them. Yes,
I made
yes.
10 because they're real gold, like nice things. And I was like,
Yes.
okay.
I did not know
Yes.
they were real gold, girl.
Yeah, not all of it, some of it.
Okay,
See, again,
okay,
the trajectory of it all. But yeah, I started
Totally.
with these little necklaces, and they were like they were like a couple $100, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe if I make like 10 of them, someone will buy them. So I
Right.
made a website by myself. Bored in COVID, I was
A
like,
good little Shopify moment.
yep,
Yes.
Shopify moment. Like,
Yes,
figured
yes.
it out. It looked crazy. Like I was like, no one's gonna order from this. It looks like a scam. But I was like, it's
Just
real.
pay for shipping.
It's free. Just
It's free. Just pay for shipping.
It's free. I was like,
It's
this
$100
just
shipping.
looks a mess. But anyways, yeah. So I was like, oh, by the way,
Gotta
guys,
start
you guys
somewhere.
keep asking. So like, if you want to buy them, I have 10 of these, and they
Yes.
all sold in like 10 minutes. And I was like, well, hey.
This could be something.
Yeah.
Wait a damn minute.
And I always like. I mean, my vibe of my whole life is like being a YouTuber is so fun, and I love social media, and this is great. But take it or leave it, Kim K is my like ultimate dream life. I love her. I'm a huge fan, and I want to be a business
preaching
bitch
to the
too.
choir, honey.
Yeah,
Choir.
I want to have a million businesses. Like that's the era is business bitch era. So
Awesome.
yeah, I just realized like, oh my gosh, you can make a fortune out of your house. So I started
Right.
doing
And
that.
I notice you shipping everything yourself. Like this
I
is
do
a
it all
true
myself.
small
Yes.
business.
How the fuck?
What's the website?
Yes, 333andcojewelry.com.
Say it
Shop now,
again.
you guys.
Say it
Got my
again.
ring on here. This one's
333.
new.
333
Yeah,
Co.
333andcojewelry.com.
Got it. We'll link it down below, guys. Check it
100%,
out. And your ring you're
100%.
wearing
Yeah,
now
it's
is
brand new. I
it?
haven't released this one yet, but
Oh,
It's so
good.
cute.
yeah, it's so fun. I had that one made like literally 2 days ago for myself, so I'll
Wow.
probably only do like 3 of these, but yeah,
So
I
you're-
love that.
So she's an entrepreneur as well.
just fun.
Is there
you know?
anything else
I
that you
love
want to get into,
jewelry.
like, other than like a jewelry line? Would there be something that you're like, okay, I'm really passionate about this? Well, let's start a line of this.
Oh, a million things aside of my obvious smash hit children's book.
Other than your, of course, your Georgie book.
obviously. No, I really want to do like home stuff because I'm so into home, and I feel like what I love is it doesn't exist, which is annoying to me. Like there's you can buy a baccarat face for $15,000 on First Dibs, but it's like what. Or I can buy one at Target for $3.99. Like, where's that like mid-tier, really nice, exactly what I'm looking for kind of vibe? So I think it would be really fun to do like.
I think you should.
Yeah, like faces, candles, picture frames.
It just makes sense for you too. Like what you do, what you put on your channel, like it all just would make a lot of sense to do home stuff.
I would love to see. Like, I would literally personally buy things. I'm sure.
Yes.
Well, I'll send it to you.
I'll buy. I will buy it, but thank you. No, I mean, I feel like that would be so cool. Like, I feel like that fits so well into the trajectory of what you do in your channel. It's like us having a freaking clothing line, having a makeup line. Like it just fits because we're things that we're passionate about all the time.
And long term, I mean, I don't want to have to be like, oh no, like what if the views, we're so lucky like right now, it's like 100%. Won the lottery, like this is so great.
We literally all three won the lottery, by the way.
Yeah, fully. But it's like in 20 years I don't want to be like, oh no, my YouTube CPM is down. Like
of course, you just never know.
Yeah, I want to be on a yacht because I sold the home line to Neiman Marcus.
Exactly.
Like, you know, I want to be vibing. So, and
I love that.
That's so smart.
So she thinks of her future.
Very loosely.
Yeah, a very loose future. But you know what's funny is like as you get older, you start to think about it more and more and more. Because it's like, damn, how long?
Now.
Yeah, I'm like, damn, how long are we on social media for? Like 10 years. Like this is like Laura's 10th year on YouTube. My 10th year on like social media,
Happy
Instagram.
Anniversary, you guys.
Thank you very much.
That's longevity. Not everyone can do that.
That's what grateful. I also, and something I acknowledge and am very grateful for. Same. But I feel like YouTube is kind of that platform where you can kind of do that. Like if you are consistent, you're very consistent, and you work really hard at it, I feel like you can have like honestly like a 20-year carear on YouTube.
I sure hope so.
I do. So do I. I really do.
But we're also smart because we also like pivot to other apps when they're there. And they want to be pivoted to.
Yeah.
So we're not like, we're still doing stuff.
Okay, so you worked with a lot of celebrities, dated a lot of celebrities. Do you have any celebrity interactions that were less than great?
Haunting.
They sucked?
I know. Yeah, I was like, God, there's been some really terrible ones. But mostly, I will say this, usually, at least now in my life, like, I don't want to be like, oh my God, like I have clout, so no one's going to be mean to me.
Yeah.
But like, people won't be as nasty as they used to be. Like when I was running rampant in the clubs back in the day, people were horrible. And now it's like people are like a lot nicer, especially if you meet them in like the right scenarios.
100%.
I know I'm so afraid to name names.
No, you don't need to name any names.
Yeah.
You don't have to name any names. Just like, is there any experiences that one specifically like stood out to you that you're like, God damn, like this was horrific and it's a story to tell?
I mean, they're the one that
but don't need to do names.
Yeah, no names. No one would know this one. But yeah, I went to this guy's house once as an after party thing. This was like way back in the day, like way pre-YouTube. I was 21, I think. And yeah, it was so weird. They like took our phones. He was like high profile, whatever. They like took all of our phones and then like hid them in a bedroom and like wouldn't give them back to us unless we like went up there. And like it was super weird. There was, oh my God, the hot tub. It was like it was so weird. It was like so frightening and creepy. And I will say this. I have done a lot of things in my life and I'm very lucky that nothing worse ever happened to me.
Like you've lived hard.
I had a great life and I was kind of dumb for most of it. And it's like, wow, God bless.
And you came out all right. Yeah. It just all worked out.
Yeah. The worst thing was that guy was really weird, but it was like, it was fine. He just was like super drunk and hiding in the bushes. It was weird.
Are you kidding?
No, I'm not even kidding.
Bushes.
It made no sense. I'll tell you again, this is a long ass story and I'm afraid to tell it on the internet.
100%.
But it was a wild time.
An intimate
yeah, this
story.
was a wild time. Yeah. I have a lot. In my memoir someday.
Oh my God. See, when the memoir comes out, when we all come out with tell-alls, it's going to be quite interesting.
It won't be so funny. It'll be like, no way.
No, people would gag if we wrote a tell-all about our experiences in the industry.
Because it's so funny.
If we wrote a fucking tell-all, dude.
It would be a different side of things. Yes. A different side of things.
It could be shocking.
It would be a shocker.
You only see what like you want to see, and especially when you're old and don't care anymore. It's like,
totally.
Ask me about a story when I'm 55 5. And I'll be like,
Exactly.
I'll
Okay,
tell
great.
you. I don't care.
With
Like,
names.
Yeah, with names. I don't care.
Yeah.
No aliases. Don't
Yes.
care.
Now I'm like,
I'm scared.
but yeah, no, like, I mean, what people, you know, you think Hollywood's like so interesting, and it is. Like, people watching, LA is just as wild as you think it is. Let me tell you.
100%.
And the industry
Yes.
is more twisted than you think.
100%.
Weirder
Way more
things
twisted.
than you ever could think of will happen to you.
Especially when you're in the, I feel like when you're in the elite, like they get away with so much, and they're always the weirdest ones. Like I think the people that are like super, super rich that are born into money are always crazy.
Crazy.
Like they're literally like not mentally well, and because they've been like coddled their whole life and they have had anything
They have a
ever
different
wanted.
reality.
Their reality's so different, and I'm like, you guys are so fucking weird.
Well, like I said, like people that have had like a lot of power and money for so long, like if you meet them, which we've met a few, they're very strange and they have a completely different concept of reality for them. And the things they do are so
They have a weird power complex
so
too.
strange. A lot of them do.
Mhm.
A lot of them do. There's few out there that can make it through, you know, and behave normally, but a lot of them do. Hollywood's weird. Hollywood's
so
really weird. I went to once, which I will not name any name, obviously, but to a huge A-lister's house party because
I remember this.
a friend of
I wasn't there, but I remember the party.
a friend of mine was friends with them, and they were like, "Come with me," and I was like, I don't know if I belong there, but okay, I'm definitely coming. So I went. I was like, immediately yes.
Yeah.
So I went, and it was the craziest party I've ever seen. We could have our phones on us, but I was smart enough. I was not pulling out my phone not one time because I was the most unknown person there. And I'm talking there were no D-list there. It was all A-list across the board there and me. So if you thought I was going to pull my phone out, like I was
wrong. You read the room. You read the room.
Yeah, I read the room.
Uh-huh.
The room was red, but it just was so interesting to see how they act and what they do when the cameras are off and they're all. And I'm like, first of all, how do you all know each other? Because at the person's house we were at was like a mega singer. She was a famous singer. And I'm like, she had all these like crazy men actors like from the biggest movies, like stars. And I'm like, how do y'all even know each other? I mean, I didn't even talk to anyone like that.
Right.
I sat in the corner.
You just saw them.
I talked to one guy because like I was there and I was just like, hey, what's up? And you know, he was like a pretty big dude, and I showed Ty a picture of him. I was like, who is this? It was like one of the most famous football players ever. And I was like, did not know who this was.
Me.
I won't say his name, but
would not have any idea.
No idea. I'm like, oh hey, I'm a YouTuber. What's up? So
I'm an A-lister too.
I was like, cool. I do YouTube. Have you heard of it? Yeah? Okay.
And this was so long
very
ago.
big deal.
Yeah,
This is a
I'm
long-
a very big deal. Very big
Okay.
deal. So it was a fabulous night, but it was an eye-opening
A shocker.
experience. It was a shock. It's in a shock to my system.
But they were pretty normal. People are telling me like
They
everyone's like
were,
normal.
except for some of the like people that in Hollywood who are like the coolest people in Hollywood were just strange and quiet and creepy in the corner. Not that they did anything. I can't say they did anything, but it was just like interesting because I'm like, you're so like different. Like you're so like popular and cool in Hollywood, but like here at the party, you're like the quiet guy in the corner. Very interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
It is a weird town. Weird.
It's a very strange city.
Weird. Yeah.
It is. Okay, so just to ask you a couple questions about pop culture right now. What's going on
let's
here?
go.
Just for
Yes.
fun.
For fun.
What do you think about TikTok potentially getting banned?
I just feel like it's not gonna happen.
I know there's a part of me
That's
too.
what I'm hoping.
That's not gonna happen,
Right?
Oh, they're not gonna ban it. The people would be too mad.
That's how I feel too.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, call me political. There's just bigger things going on that are more important. Why are we focused on TikTok? Like, for the love of God, like,
100%.
Right.
it's the government. Like, do something
150
important.
million users.
Like-
America has 300 million people. Half of the American public
Is
use
actively on the
TikTok.
app.
Yeah.
So you really think that they can just easily ban a platform that half the entire population uses?
Yeah, we like it.
What?
Let us have a good time. Go deal with something important. Like,
Literally, I mean, there's so many other bigger. How about we tackle the environmental issues that we have?
Yeah, or the gun laws.
Global warming.
yeah, there's like
and
a million
gun
things
laws.
to do that
Hello.
aren't watching stupid videos. I mean, I don't know what normal people use TikTok for. I just laugh. Like, I just
For sure.
Ha, ha,
Yeah.
ha, ha. That's all it is. It's like, let me have a good time before I go to bed. Let me live.
Would you be sad if it was gone?
Yeah, but see, I was really sad when Vine went away. it's not gonna
it's gonna
really come
sad
back
as well.
in another era.
And
like Vine
will.
disappeared and TikTok came.
Yes.
TikTok goes away. TikTok 2 is coming. Like,
right,
you know,
some type of other thing.
Yeah.
That's what I said. My only fear is I'm like, okay, if TikTok goes away, I immediately said that. I'm like, we'll just create an American version of that. But my only problem is I'm scared that Meta, Facebook, Instagram will buy it. And then
take over.
We're all we're shit out of luck then because they're really, I just hate shitting on Instagram so much because listen, it's not that bad, but it's also, okay. It's not that great. And I just don't want another ownership from the same effing company. They're a monopoly. They're owning all of our social
want to buy them all up.
Yes. And so I'm like, can at least Google buy it or start something?
Yeah.
Like, can we get someone other than Meta?
They have shorts. That's literally Google is shorts.
Well, they tried it.
They tried it.
Google
is
going to buy it.
We need an app.
Yeah, and delete
They're like,
it.
it's closed.
Yeah, they're going to buy it and delete it. That's my
Literally, you're
theory.
like, oh, darn. It's gone. Literally, it gets acquired, then it's gone.
Yeah.
And they're like, keep using shorts, y'all. I don't want to use shorts.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I posted like 3 shorts.
Good for you.
Girl.
Maybe like good for you. I posted like 5 total.
Hey, that's good too.
I've posted some shorts. You know, the thing is, it's not like a shorts community over there. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I'm missing the shorts community, but I don't feel like there's a TikTok community, you know.
A YouTube community.
Yeah.
The YouTube community is the one.
It's the best.
By the way, what do you think of the beauty industry? So you are a rare guest that's nothing to do with the beauty industry.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so special.
So, right? So I'm like, what do you think of us looking from the outside in?
Does it look dramatic?
Yeah, dramatic. I don't know. I guess dramatic is what it's known for being. Like,
Totally.
But I tell you what, it's content.
By the way,
and it delivers.
you can't hurt our feelings.
No, really. I
Okay,
mean,
yeah, okay.
Like, it delivers. Like, if people want beauty community drama, it's always there, and that's
Always.
nice. You know, you have
You know what?
something to go to. Yeah, I guess I'm.
If you want a little bit of tea, there's going to
Yeah.
be something happening in the beauty community.
I'm out of the loop slightly because I'm not in the beauty community, and
Right.
I actually am not really an avid consumer, dare I say, of like social media. Really, like
Yeah.
I go on it for it's so self-centered for my own stuff, and I post my own stuff,
Of course.
and then I'm like,
You're out
I
of
log
there.
off. I don't
Yeah.
watch stories. I don't see what other people are doing. I'm like, I'm just gonna go sit and be old in my house.
That's so
Right,
peaceful.
right.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's a peaceful life.
yeah.
That's a
So you
peaceful
miss some
life.
stuff. Like I feel like I just
You absolutely
I miss
a lot.
Like, did you hear about this? I'm like, who?
Who? What?
No, but
when? Where?
Tell me. I am
No,
interested.
right. No, it's
I want to know. I
interesting.
love drama. I love a good gossip sesh, but I'm just
Uh-huh.
like,
I love drama that has nothing to do with me
Nothing
or
to do
anyone
with
I
me.
know. I'm like, yes, give it to me.
Yeah.
100%.
I will say that it is interesting when it is people you like kind of know or know of or whatever.
Adjacent.
I'm like,
Yes.
Oh, it's
especially
gagging.
because you know the real tea. Like
Yes.
you usually know people like, oh, this is what happened. I'm like, bitch, but you missed. What you don't know is this, and if I told everyone, it would change everything. But
No,
I have to
literally.
just sit there and be quiet.
Or you're like,
It's the
y'all don't
truth.
even know who this person is right now. I'll be like, Manny, let me say, let me
No,
tell you
literally.
this.
If there's things I want to talk about, and I'm like, fuck, I can't talk about this publicly. Let me tell Laura,
Right?
like, did you see this shit? I know the real tea because they texted me what really happened. And Laura's like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm the one that we did a TikTok that was like the person that like the tea comes to, and the person that like is that's always
He's
telling
a
the
tea
tea.
facilitator.
I'm a tea facilitator because
Oh,
I
a tea
poke. I like to find
facilitator.
out information.
Okay.
And then I'm like, Laura, this is what happened. She's like,
I'm like, ooh.
and she's a tea consumer.
I'm a
It's fun
tea
to know.
consumer.
I'm a tea consumer too. I
Okay.
stay super far out of any
Personal drama.
It's like, why I don't have time for this. Like, whatever.
Right,
it's like,
right.
come for me if you want. Like, what are you really going to say about me? I'm super nice and do nothing. Like, honestly.
Literally,
like, I'm sorry.
literally.
Like, yeah, but it's like, ooh, I do love to watch.
What do you think about the Hailey Selena drama?
So funny tea about this. I was in Singapore when that was happening.
Oh my God.
And off my phone for most of the trip.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I came back and it was like, are you following? I'm not following either of them.
You're like, I don't
I'm
even
following
know.
Kylie Jenner. I was like, is she involved in this kind of? I don't know. I think like Hailey's cool, Selena's cool.
Yeah.
I honestly am separately a fan of both of them. I guess.
Totally.
I feel the same
Is
way.
what are you doing? Like you shouldn't be fighting with each
I'm
other.
literally
It's
scared to
embarrassing.
like Hailey's pictures right now because I like don't
Seriously.
want to get attacked myself
Interesting.
because I'm like I hate pitting women.
Yeah,
Women
like
are
let
bad.
us be fabulous. Haley's gorgeous, married to Justin Bieber's living her best life. Selena Gomez hasn't touched the man in over a decade. Like, let her be happy.
I feel like the internet sometimes makes it seem like she's still obsessed with him. The internet does. Yeah. But she's just over here with a killer career, living her life. Potentially dating someone else for all we know. Of course, she wouldn't tell anyone, for God's sake. Not till she's married. She would not tell anyone. Seriously. So, but I'm like, I would feel like if I were her, I would feel like embarrassed in the way of like, oh my God, like I'm over him. Like she can have him.
Yeah,
like,
literally leave me alone.
Making it seem like I'm mad.
I care too much.
I care too much. And she's like,
I don't get it.
She does have 4 million and 5 followers. 400 million and 5 followers.
And 5.
And
405 million.
405 million followers. The way I would never post again if I have that many followers. I'd be
like,
so scared.
I know.
That's scary.
To this day, do you feel this way? I guess this is a separate ass thing, but like I used to post all the time. Like my Instagram was littered with stupid ass things.
So did I.
And now I'm like, maybe I'll post once every 3 weeks because I'm afraid, and maybe I'll delete it because I'm afraid of it now. It's like sad.
I don't post often at all anymore.
Especially on Instagram.
Yeah, no.
I would say Instagram feed is where I post the least.
Same. I post stories every day.
Yeah, stories are fun because it's like you can post. I used to say this when I was like first starting to get popular on the internet. I was like, oh my gosh, you can just make people look at anything on your story. It's like anything. I could just post my fingernail and be like, here it is. And 100,000 people have to look at it.
Right. No, literally.
Hilarious.
It's true.
I still kind of use it as a joke sometimes, but I don't know.
I love that. No, I feel like I post on stories all the time. I feel like I post
like
the most on
free.
TikTok now.
Yeah, there's just whatever you want.
It's whatever. Yes. So it's like fun
it's
on
free.
Stories. Stories is the best thing Instagram has.
Yeah, stories is good.
It's the best thing.
I used to love Snapchat though, and then when I stopped,
and then Instagram started doing that.
Yeah, I was like,
Instagram stole that. Instagram straight up snatched that up.
They snatch everything. They try to snatch everything up. It's so annoying.
Okay, we ask every single guest this question. It's just a fun question to end it. But if you had $1 billion, she would buy doorknobs.
Oh my God, you're right.
Doorknobs. Yeah. If you had $1 billion, tax-free cash just given to you, what's like the whammo item you would buy? Can't be charity. Can't buy something. You can do that, but we already know you're going to do that. You're going to hook the fam and the friends up. But what's for you?
Ooh. I mean, this is such a long form answer for this, but like I used to pretend, I think I'm psychic, first of all.
Love that.
Work.
I've always thought that. And I always knew I was going to win the lottery at some point in my life. I was like, well, I'm going to win the lottery. So I would always like think about exactly. Well, I always play still to this day.
Period.
Yes,
you're like, you're gonna win eventually.
Oh yeah. But I feel like I already won. Like, like I did the whole thing, like the rags to riches, blah blah. I did it. I won the lottery, YouTube, whatever. But I was like, okay, I know this is gonna happen to me at some point. Like I'm gonna have no money, and then I'm gonna have a lot. So what would I do with it? And it was always, I would buy a car, I would buy a house, I would buy every shoe I ever wanted. I would shop all the time. I'd travel the world, and it's like that's what I said I would do. And so when I had the opportunity, I did all of those things. So I actually take these questions very seriously. And I'm like, what would I really do? Yeah. And if someone really gave me $1 billion today, it would be a different answer than before. It would be kind of everything I'm currently doing, just more so.
Expand.
A larger level.
I'm already doing everything that I would want to be doing. I would travel, but instead of flying coach, I'd probably fly first class. Like,
right, exactly.
That. But I think, I would really love to buy doorknobs. I would love to buy like just lavish, ridiculous crap for the house.
Yeah.
Like
I love
instead
that.
of buying the cheap doorknobs, I would get the diamond encrusted one. I don't care. Yeah, it is a solid. Yeah, it's not gold plated. It is solid gold doorknobs. Yep. Gonna get a Bentley. Gonna get a Rolls.
That's what I'm talking about. Give it to us. Give it to us.
Hers
and hers. It's white. The white Bentley convertible with the top. And
she already has it.
The black Rolls with the star. It's on the mood board. It's happening.
I love
be
that.
Great. I have 2 parking spots at my house.
Oh, time for a second ride.
Both for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that answer.
That's a good answer. We've never heard that one.
Everything. I would want. What do normal people say? I don't know.
Well, they always like have one thing. They're like, I want to buy an island, or I want to buy
boring.
No, right? Like, I want to buy a jet. I always wanted to buy a jet.
Really? Yeah. A jet's on your thing.
I want a yacht.
A yacht would be. I feel like
I'm a salty
I'd rather
girl.
rent one.
Oh, so yes.
Like I like staying in hotels. People are like, you wouldn't buy another house? I'm like, no, I like staying in hotels, and
it makes it different.
It's fun.
Different,
yes. Yeah, I like my house. I will get a beach house in Malibu. That's been on the mood board for a long time. And I guess maybe instead of buying the one that I could afford, I would buy the $80 million.
Exactly. The whammo.
Yeah, it's everything the same, just more.
Can I be your neighbor?
Literally. Can I live in the wing? I will live in the West Wing.
In the West Wing.
Yes, I will take the West Wing.
We'll make it a whole little compound. It'll be fun. I already have all the decor for it. It's going to be like, get this, instead of the sky castle, it's going to be the sand castle.
Oh, that's so cute.
Oh, yes.
So cute, right?
That's so cute.
She's already got a name.
I love it. It's already made for it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Whoever's sending me the $1 billion, I'm waiting. I have the plans drawn out.
Okay.
It'll come.
We're just waiting for the check, okay?
I'm waiting.
Well, that is it. Anything else, Amber?
Is there anything else I want to say? I guess not. I don't know. Thanks for having me. I feel very honored.
Oh,
y'all are legends.
So
I don't know if you are aware.
Oh my God, you are so sweet. You're a legend.
You're so sweet.
And I'm
Thank you.
You're a legend. We die for you. We love
You're the best.
you.
I love you.
Yes.
You're the best. Thank you for coming on. We will, of course, leave all your stuff linked down below. You guys check her out. She's incredible, amazing. Obviously, you listen to the whole thing. Duh. But thank you guys so much, and we'll see you guys on our next week's episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Mic check 1, 2. Good night.